So it actually looks like that the Microsoft Activision Blizzard deal is not going to go through. Yes, I honestly do hate to say it, but at this point, it's really looking like that the Activision merger with Microsoft is officially not going to be going through 99.9%. Let's jump right on in to the news, shall we? So welcome back to the channel, Tech and Gaming Reviews. And the news, this basically started back in January, early January of 2022. So really it was just the start of last year. And now we are officially in June 2023. And this is, keep this in mind, this is right now the month and year that Microsoft and Activision were pretty much planning and hoping that the deal would go through by. Well, as it actually turns out, it actually looks to be that the deal is officially not going to be going through, and Microsoft and Activision are going to have to go back doing their separate ways. Now, I'm not saying that this is not going to happen at all, because there still is like a teeny 5% or whatever. But I mean, at this point now, with the CMA a few months ago from the UK blocked the deal, and then now just this past week or two, now the FTC is now also blocking the deal, and actually court case might actually be happening because of it. So honestly, I think at this point Microsoft is most likely probably just going to give up at this point, because I mean, really, when you got like two different governments from two different countries like that, the CMA from the UK and the FTC from the America and such, I mean, there's just no other way that you're going to be able to get around that. And there are some negatives and positive things with this actually happening or not happening. And I'll start with the positives for basically Microsoft if they were to acquire Activision Blizzard. And that positive thing with this is that, well, you will have games come on Game Pass, and it will pretty much make, it would literally sell Xboxes instantly, even if Microsoft continued to still have, the games on other platforms, which that's what they were going to be planning on doing anyway. They're not going to take like games like Call of Duty and freaking other big hits that have been multi-plats just to keep them on Xbox as exclusive. So that's something that Microsoft would not do. But when it comes to having Game Pass and paying a monthly subscription for the games to have access to them, that is a pretty good selling point, and that would make people buy an Xbox, because then they would not have to buy a PlayStation and have to pay the 70, 60, whatever the freaking amount of money it is for the games every single year, because they would be on Game Pass every time. And it would just make people like, well, dang, I could save a lot more money if I buy an Xbox, and if I want to play Call of Duty, boom, I only pay $15 a month, and it's for every new release. So right there, I could see it being a positive. But the negative is that Microsoft could make these games exclusive to the Xbox and PC platforms in the far future. So that's why I can see some people a little bit concerned about this. And that's another pause, is if it doesn't go through, then Microsoft is not going to be able to take Call of Duty and other future big games that have been multiplats on off other platforms, especially like the PlayStation brand, even though, like I stated, I personally do not think that Microsoft is literally going to take games away from other platforms. In the meantime, Microsoft has actually been wanting to put games out on mobile devices, so they're kind of wanting to spread games out even more to more audience instead of taking them away. And honestly, I do like Microsoft's strategy over PlayStation and Nintendo and the countless of other consoles that have been made from other random people over the years. So Microsoft has got a really good, they really care about the consumers, and I believe it. But as it clearly stands from what's going on right now, it definitely looks like that the Activision Blizzard deal merger with Microsoft is actually not going to be happening. Like, that's just all I can say. It like the deal is completely dead now. With having the CMA from the UK having the deal blocked, and then now a America government by the name of the FTC, Federal Trade Commissioner, now with that also blocking the deal, yeah, Microsoft and Activision are not going to be able to team up. They're not going to be able to. Yeah, the deal's just dead at this point. Like, it's not going to happen. There still is like a 5% chance that it could still happen, but at this point, I honestly do think that Microsoft is probably just going to give up at this point, and so will Activision, because it it just ain't going to happen. Like, it's just not. The deal's dead at this point, and it's sad to say that we want the deal to go through for basically us Xbox fans, but as it's sad to say, yeah, it's officially over at this point. The deal is not going to be fully going through. So, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you guys could smack that like button, and also be sure to hit that subscribe button if you are new to this channel, and be sure to leave us your thoughts down in the comment section down below of your thoughts of Xbox not being able to possibly acquire Activision Blizzard with all the stuff that's going on, and if you wish they would, or if you think that this is actually good for the consumer for Microsoft to not be getting Activision Blizzard because of Microsoft possibly being a monopoly in the future. So yeah, just leave us your thoughts down in the comment section down below, and hit that like button. Also subscribe if you're new, and we will keep you posted with more content like this going forward. But without further ado, this is Tech and Gaming Reviews. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.